learn how to play walking bass with chords on a jazz blues in F. Hi, my dearly gentle little jazz bees around the globe. Sandra, Sherman here. Greetings from Austria. I'll show you the concepts I use to create my walking bass lines and how to play the chords in between them. I show everything slowly, note for note, and there's also a slow tempo playthrough towards the end of this tutorial. I've made tabs including a second chorus with audio so you can hear what it sounds like, and you can download it from the link down below in the description box, or there I put a card up here so you can download it from there too. Please also visit my lesson shop GuitarVersum.com for more lessons like this, and you can download the lesson material there. Now here is the first chorus of my Jazz Blues in F walking bass with chords. Here we go. We're in the key of F, and this is the basic jazz blues progression in F. Now here, the first 4 bars, we start with an F7 chord up here. Here's the F on the 8th fret of the A string, 7 and 8. Now, and this is how we do walking bass lines. We want to have a bass note on each of the 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on count 1 and on the offbeat, and if we go half bar, we also have on count 3 and the rest of the chord, okay? So I play 1, and on 1 and the rest of the chord follows, the D and the G string. I do that hybrid picking, right? 1 and now I go down to Mixolydian scale, which is E flat, D, and C. Try to emphasize beats 2 and 4 a little more. 1 and 2, 3 is quieter, 4 is a little louder, just a tad. Now I'm on B flat, 6, and then 6 and 7 of D and G strings. So I play on beat 1, I play the bass only, and the rest follows on beat 1 and. Now I go down to B flat mixo scale. A, G, and here's a chromatic that leads me to the F. That's not included in the B flat mixo scale. And now I'm on F. I start with the 1 and 1 and 2 of D and G strings follow. 1 and now I have 2 bars of F. So if I climb up here to the B flat, I'm too quick on the B flat. I need 2 bars. So what I do is a trick. I play the octave of the F, the higher F, the 5th. It's like a power chord, right? 2, 3, and on 4 I play a chromatic. The F sharp, that leads me back to the F. And now this is the 4th bar. I play the F again and the rest follows. 1 and. We always have that on 1 and only if we have a full bar. Okay? As long as we don't have 2 chords in a bar, it's just once you throw the chord in on 1 and. And now I climb up the F mixo scale. G, chromatic, A flat. Otherwise I would be too quickly on B flat. And now here's the A, which is in the F scale, in the F mixo scale. And now I'm on B flat, but that's the next phrase. Now let me repeat the first 4 bars. Phrase number 1 at slow tempo. 3, 4. Alright, and here are the next 4 bars. We're on that B flat 7 chord now. 6, 6, 7. And now I don't play a scale, I use chord tones. The F is the 5th of the chord, the D is the 3rd of the chord, and back to the root. Now up to B diminished, 7 and 6 and 7 follow. Then another chord tone, D, A flat is another chord tone, and then I have 2 passing tones. G and G flat, which lead me to the F7, okay? So for a nice change, we can have those two passing notes as 8 notes. That's a nice change also, and it is the only way to get to that F in time. And now we have 1 bar of F7, 1 bar of D7 in the basic chord progression. So what we do is we play a chromatic line down here, half bars. That's how we can play that. And with the walking bass, this is pretty simple. I just put the fifth in bass, which is always below the root. F7, fifth in bass, now to the E7. We start with the fifth in bass because it leads us here. And now I play the root in bass again. E flat 7, fifth in bass, D7, starting with fifth in bass. And now a chromatic that leads me to the next chord, the G minor, which is in the next phrase. Okay, here is the entire phrase number 2 for you at slow tempo. Here we go. 3, 4. And here are the last 4 bars of the first chorus. Again, if you purchase the tabs, you have a second chorus. All right, we are now at the cadence 2-5-1 G minor. We came from this chromatic, and we now go to G minor 3 and 3 and 3 by barring. Follow, and I go up the G Dorian scale because it's a 2-5-1. So on the 2 chord is Dorian, A, B flat, B, and this is the chromatic tone that leads me to the C7. C and E and B flat follow. And now I go back, descending the C mixolydian scale. B flat, A, G. That's C mixolydian, no chromatic in there. And now we have the turnaround. 1, 6, 2, 5. I start with the F7. We already know this one. And all I have to do when I have half bars, walking bass with half bars is really simple because you already have 1 and. So all you need is the 2, and you always take the chromatic to the next target chord. The next chord is D, so I go from D flat or E flat, but D flat is closer, is nearer. To the D7, 5, 4, 5. All right, 1 and 2, 3, and now with the half bars, I have to play the rest of the chord, of course, because otherwise you wouldn't hear the chord change. 1 and 2, 3, and chromatic, A flat goes to G. G minor again, chromatic, D flat, that leads us to C7. Chromatic, the low E string, that leads us to the F. All right, here's the last phrase for you at slow tempo. 3, 4. Before I play everything at slow tempo now, let me recommend to you my blues playlist, jazz blues playlist. You find the same thing in B flat walking bass with chords. You find tons of blues tutorials for jazz blues, of course, how to solo, how to comp, and so please check it out. And again, please purchase the tabs. You'll get a second chorus of this with audio included. All right, and now let's listen to the whole song at slow tempo. I hope you like my Jazz Blues in F walking bass with chords tutorial. If you did so, please give it a fat thumbs up. Share the love and the knowledge. Check out my lesson shop, GuitarVersum.com, for more lesson material. And I'll see you next week. Servus, Baba.